Welcome to the Shameless Plug with Crimson Vibes and Denine's Creative Mind.
We spotlight the real, no shame in the game. Two queens with the mic calling out your name. From side hustle dreams to headline steam, we raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify. Your story's power can't touch the sky. This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align. This is the Shameless Plug, we show you love. Co-sign, you shine like stars above. Dinner trend, Deneen, the dream tag team. Plugged in, turned up, shameless and supreme. Let them watch you break the mold. Your biz, your brand, your story too. You're next, you're bold, the space is yours. We open paths, unlock new doors. No filters needed, just your flame. We hype your purpose, speak your name.
Plug.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Shameless Plug podcast. I am Deneen Ep8.
And I'm Denise Taylor. I don't know what's going on. My other name is missing, but hey, everybody, how you guys doing? I just noticed that today I'm Denise Taylor.
Oh Lord, wait, is that the maiden name or the married name?
That's the maiden name.
Oh, that husband gonna get you.
I ain't do it. I don't know.
Well, everyone, welcome to season 2, episode 8 of the Shameless Plug podcast. We are happy to be here, man. We got a show tonight. Oh my gosh! Shout out to you, Denitra, for coming up with this idea to have this round table with these powerful women. I'm like, yo, I just love it. I love it.
Listen, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for us to start. We have some dynamic women who are part of, I hate calling it the independent, but it is the independent film circuit. You know, you either independent or you Hollywood. There's like none in the middle. And a lot of people, it's now like indie is a lot more popular now. But a couple of years ago, it was like everything was like, oh, Hollywood. But they started to realize that there are other people out there that are creative and can tell stories. And you know what? Where there's a will, there is a way. So shout out to the women and men who have found the ways of actually creating some dynamic stories. So shout out to. No, we ain't got no sound effects. So, but I gotta give claps up. Claps up.
We're gonna have sound effects one of these days. We're gonna have.
I'm gonna get us a little sound machine because
you keep saying that, but you ain't get it yet, so it's all good.
I know. I keep forgetting. I gotta. You know what? I'm gonna remember to look into it and see what it's gonna cost us for one. So I'm gonna get one. Then I gotta figure out how to hook it up to the computer.
It's not that serious. How Coach say? We say in the Caribbean letters, we don't have no money. Okay.
We don't see nothing. We don't see it.
Oh, yes. So, right quick, sis, what have you been doing this last week? Hey, Stevie. Thank you for watching. Welcome.
Hey, Stevie. Yes, thank you for watching. Just checking with these wonderful women to see if they were available for today. So that's what I did.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, that's what I did. What about you?
What did I do all week? I just, me, I finally finished the pitch deck to Not My Child. So I'm getting to start working on the screen play for that. I just started doing the pitch deck for How Many. So
Ooh.
that should be ready. The screenplay, technically, because actually that was a short story that I had in my book, Excuses. So
Yeah.
what I did is I'm just, because I like to say, rom-com is what's out. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can turn this into a rom-com. So I'm doing that. So the script, that's already done. I just gotta transform it over to, script format and everything. But other than that, and just finish that. And then and me doing my TikTok lives, doing my creating. I created some new tote bags. So if you get a chance, check out my new tote bags, DeniseCreativeMinds.net. And the man of the hour is in the house also. Hello, Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
How are you? Yeah, so and that's about it. It's been a quiet week. You know me, spring comes tomorrow. Unfortunately, we don't have the spring weather.
But it's on its way. That's always like after the announcement of spring. So it's coming.
Yes, yes. Jonathan,
you almost there.
I know. All right, so we're gonna get right into it since we got so many wonderful ladies backstage. I told you, since you're more, you really did this. You did this. I give you your props. So I'm gonna let you do the introductions. Let me know who we bringing up first. I'm gonna bring them up, and we're just gonna bring them all up, and then we just
gonna say just bring everybody up.
Well, we're gonna introduce each one as we bring them up. We just ain't gonna pop them on
I ain't do no bios or nothing.
We don't need bios. I'm just saying we're just gonna say the name, and then we're gonna bring them up, and then once everybody get here, then we're gonna. We already talked about this.
I got you. Listen, I got you.
Why you showing the people?
So for tonight, everybody. Don't be telling me I'm showing out. You'll be showing out. Okay. So for tonight, everybody, we have drum roll. We have Felicia Geechee One Rivers.
Wait, I gotta find that. Hold on. It's so many. You know what I'm saying? We got so many.
Hi,
there
Felicia.
She is.
Oh, listen, I like that. She, one thing about Felicia, she promoting. So yes. Hey Felicia, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I do appreciate you guys for bringing me on.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much. You listen, you busy. So thank you so much for finding the time to join us.
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. All right. We also have Krishana Murray. Y'all forgive me. Y'all know I'm bad with names, and my name is Denitra. So there she is. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
Hey. Look, I love y'all. Y'all got y'all movie posters and stuff up.
That's
right? That is awesome. Look at all of that back there. Oh, man, listen. Well, we got this. I'm about to say I gotta put Animom up, but I'm gonna wait till I add some more stuff on my repertoire before
like
I
you
put
told me. It's coming, sis. It's coming.
I know it's coming. All right. We also have Miss Essence Payne.
Essence Payne. Here she go.
I'm here.
There she is. Hey, there she go. Hello. Welcome. All
Thank you. I'm excited.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We also have Ep8 Nellens. I'm so sorry, y'all. Y'all forgive me on the names. I suck at names.
It's okay. It's Ep8 Nellens.
Okay. I'm gonna get better at this. This is why I use Denise usually do a better job than I do at this part. We also have Aisha Brown.
Where is she? Where is Aisha?
Uh-oh.
All right, we'll come back. We'll come back to her.
Okay. All right. We also have Miss Elise Samantha.
We got so many people. There she go.
Okay.
How you doing?
There you go. There she go.
Oh, all right. There she go.
All right. There you go.
I was looking for the other name. Okay. She's there.
All right. We also have Tamika Melvin, aka Mika the Storyteller.
Hey y'all!
My sister from Brooklyn. My sister right there.
Hey.
Did I get everybody? Is it? I think
that's it. Yeah, that's it we have for now. Shaniqua hasn't gotten here yet.
Okay. All righty. Again, thank y'all so much for coming on. We want to give you guys space to, let the people know who you are, what you got going on, And so right now, Felicia, if you'll start us off, let the people know. Well, everybody, mostly everybody know you, but still let the people know who you are, what you got going on right now.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Felicia Rivers. We just dropped the movie. The latest movie we dropped was Pretty Girls Kill on Tubi. Y'all please watch that, including my Western, which is Heartless Outlaws. We're getting ready to do a premiere in Charlotte, March 28th. Tickets on sale at Eventbrite, writing scripts, getting ready for some big things. That's
All
it.
right.
Nice. I love it.
Yes, yes. And the name of the new movie is the one that you're doing the premiere on.
As We Lay, it's featuring Benzino, Renaissance Jones, Shika Simmons, and Epiphany Anderson. And I love it. I think it might be my best movie yet. So y'all need to come.
All right. That's right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on everything that you have going on and everything that is coming your way.
1 second, sis. Shaniqua just joined in. Let me put her
Okay.
bring her up. There she go.
There she is. Hey, Shaquina.
Hi, it's Shakina. Hi, everyone.
Shakina. Got it. I should know that. I'm so sorry. Hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you were, doing your thing. But thank you so much for coming on. We're just having everybody introduce themselves, what they're doing. Christina, it's your turn. Let people know what you got going on.
Hi, it's Krishna.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get better at names. I really am.
It's okay. I'm Krishna Murray, Big Band Productions, and I am in post production for a few films and pre production for a few films, and just living the everyday life, working multiple jobs so that I can fund my dreams and what I really want to do. But I'm just here, glad to meet everybody, glad to see people that I do know, and looking forward to a great 2026, 2027, and just building more and collaborating with more people.
All right. Yes. Listen, I am all for that. I am all for that. I'm learning, the importance of networking when it comes down to this. I mean, it is so important, and I love the fact that most of us have that mentality that there's more than enough room at the table for everybody. So yeah, thank you so much for saying that. Essence.
Hello.
Hey, let us know who
Hi.
you are and what you got going on.
Okay, I am Miss Essence, everyone. I am Miss Essence, the CEO of Essence Show. I will be getting started back with my talk show soon. And also I am an independent movie maker as well as script writer. I am working on a script right now called When We Were Friends. It's a true story that is a situation that happened between me and someone else.
Mm.
So we will get that out soon. I'm still working on the script. And as soon as I get the script out, we will be in pre-production.
Awesome.
And yes,
Awesome.
yes.
That's
And then I have another film coming out, a couple more films coming out. One is dear to my heart, and it's called Daddy's Girl.
okay.
And we
Oh,
actually have a red carpet premiere for that in Memphis, Tennessee, probably sometime this year or next year. Yeah.
y'all make sure y'all let us know about these premieres that's coming out. Cause one thing I am
Yes.
learning that I'm spending this year, next year doing some traveling. So if I could travel to some
Right.
premieres, I am all
Oh,
for that.
yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I
And
am all for that.
I
I'll
make
be
sure you
letting
have a
y'all know.
front
All right,
seat,
I'm in
boo.
your city. Yes, yes. We gonna travel and support. That's what we're gonna do for these premieres. We're gonna travel and support each other as coming out and bringing folks with us to these premieres. Yes,
That's what's
awesome.
up. I'm ready.
All right, Ife. Did I say it
Ife.
right? That's all.
Ife.
Okay. Yeah. Let everybody know who you are and what you got going on.
Sure. Hi, everybody. So my name is Ife Nellens, and like just about every other lady on here, I have multiple hats that I wear.
Writing is my first love. So writer, director, and set design has been something that I've jumped into more recently that I enjoy as well. We have a film called A Season for Love. I work with a couple of different film groups. One is Auteur Vision. A Season for Love is on Tubi. I actually did set design for that movie, and I also have 2 scenes, y'all. 2 scenes, and I'm acting in, right? It's on Tubi. Okay. It's on almost every streaming channel. And we are also I'm working with Quentin Littlejohn Williams on his movie, Aggie Pride, the film, about the Greensboro 4 from the sit-in. So follow it on Instagram. We are fundraising right now for that because I'm doing set design for that. If you've done set design and it's a period piece, you know, it's a lot. So doing that. Let's see, working on a couple of other features in a series as well. Just a bunch of projects that I'm working on. I am actually back in school working on my master's in script writing and stage. So I'm working on that, y'all. So it's all the things. I love being on set. So if anybody needs somebody to come be a PA or whatever, you need a background actor, anything. I just like being on set, especially when I see women on set, because there are not a lot of us on some of these sets.
Good. Right quick. We got a message from a comment from Tangi Brickhouse Beatty Playwright. Would love to see y'all at the WSO Theater and Film Festival this April 30th through May 2nd, 2026. www.wsofestival.com. I love this Shameless Plug podcast. This is so dope. Thank you, Tangi.
Thank you. And thank you so much for giving us that information. I gotta write that. I'm gonna write that down so I can see where we're gonna see where this film festival is. So I might have to like I said, do some traveling. All right. I got it written down. Boom.
Okay.
Look into it. All righty. So Aisha, what you got going on?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey.
My name is Aisha Brown. I'm filmmaker, script writer, producer, ghostwriter. I'm also an aggregator. I got 3 films that just dropped recently.
Wow.
On Tubi. One is Playing in My Face. The other one is Bishop Bling. And the other one that just dropped like 2 days ago is called Crooked Suits. Yeah, so I'm trying right now. I'm in school full time, SCAD. And we on a little break, so I'm trying to just relax and take it easy. Sometimes I don't know how to do that. Yeah, because I was working so hard, putting like 5 films out in 1 year.
Wow.
That now I want to just enjoy the fruits of my labor. So I'm not really going to do any movies. I got a couple of projects coming up, but I'm kind of spacing them out just to give myself. Because you spend money, now you got to wait for it to come in. You know, you can't just keep spending and nothing coming in. So I'm enjoying that because all the movies are doing really well. And so I'm just waiting for that to come in. And then I'll start doing some other projects, probably like in the summer.
Okay. Tangi says she liked that title, Crooked Suits.
I know.
Thank you.
But you know,
y'all check it out.
You and I believe we met back in the early 2000s. Do you remember? It was... I think you had gave an event in Brooklyn. I think it was Brooklyn, where like there was a lot of different vendors there. I remember Terry Wood was there. That was you? I know that was you. It was you, Isha Brown.
I do. I was in the book game first before I started doing
films,
yes. But I'm from the Bronx. I don't really go to Brooklyn.
It might have been in the Bronx. But I know it was kind of like in a basement, like a party, and it was like a little small event, and in the back, like a little room, and it was different types of vendors in there because I was selling my books.
Maybe I was a vendor as well, but I didn't.
You were a vendor, but I think you were also hosting it though. You were also hosting it because remember Terry Wood was there because she was there with selling her books and stuff like that. This was like, I'm talking early Like
I don't think it was. I don't think it was me.
I think so. I think so. I think I might got a picture or somewhere. I'm gonna find it.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. All right,
Wait, one
Samantha,
second.
tell
We got
us what you
Jonathan.
got going on.
Wait, 1 second. Jonathan says,
Uh-oh.
Michaela Major, check out the panel and soak up this game and wisdom from the women.
Oh, uh-oh.
All
All
right.
right,
And the chosen said, hello, ladies.
hey, okay, Samantha, tell everybody what you got going on.
How's everybody doing? I'm excited
Good,
to be
good.
here. I filmed my first film last year, so I had some editing issues, so it's taking longer than expected, but got that worked out.
Awesome.
So I'm hoping to drop that at least before the end of the year. Um, I have my first film that I directed coming out April 7th called Double Standards 2. So I'm really excited about that. I write scripts, direct, act. I do art director. I do props, assistant director. Whatever you need. I'm like F8. I like to be on set. Um, I've taken a couple months just to kind of relax and regroup myself. So I've been focused on writing and where I want to go next, and I'm trying to get my first project out so I can move on to the next project. Um, yeah, so I'm excited to see what the future brings.
Awesome, awesome. I'm so
Wow.
glad to hear that. All right, the awesome Miss Diaz. Please tell the folks what you got going on, girl. Tell them I'm listening.
Oh,
I think you muted.
is she muted?
Yeah, I think so. There she
Me.
go.
Hi,
Yep.
everyone. How are you?
Hey.
Happy to be here. I'm an actress, writer, and producer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so last year I did two films. One of them is in post production now with Krishna. I'm filming another movie next month. I love writing. I love acting. Anything film I love doing. So I'm happy to be here, and I love to collaborate with other people and help on set if I can. And I'm just happy to be here.
Well, we are happy to have you.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And last but definitely not least, my sister, Meek Meek.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Hey.
I'm a newbie, y'all. I'm a newbie. I'm coming over from the book world, so this has been a great experience. I started with Denitra back in September 2024, and I had great convos with Felicia, Krishna, Shakina, Denise, a few of y'all up here. And I want to thank y'all for all the words. Samantha, we worked together. She made me learn to be stern on set. She made me learn to be stern on set. But I just wanted to say that I'm grateful to be in the presence of all of you and just happy to see everything that everyone has going on. Me currently, I'm gonna be shooting my first movie, Choices. It's based off a story of my son and my cousin. I start that in May. And I just been basically going on different sets and doing like assistant director, set design, props. I like designing. Like if y'all see my house right now, y'all see what I'm talking. I love setting up stuff and making colors coordinate, and I love doing hospital scenes. Office scenes, just setup and props. I've done production assistant. I'm also a screenwriter. That's where I started at. I started doing screenwriting when COVID hit and we couldn't go nowhere. So I started writing choices then, like just taking classes and learning the format and everything. So I'm just grateful to be here in the presence of you all and look further to working and networking with all of you. So if any of you have any premieres coming up, we coming to Felicia's. But if anybody else have anything coming up, please let us know, because that's what me and Denitra said we're going to do this year. We're going to travel and we're going to go and network and, connect with other women that's in the industry.
Yes,
Yes. I
yes.
love it.
Awesome.
I love it.
All
Wow.
righty. Y'all ready for the questions? Because I'm ready to start asking them.
Oh Lord. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
You
no,
know
no.
she ready.
I know. I know.
No.
I know.
Janine, go ahead. You start us off. Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
all the questions I have are basically general questions. So anyone, who wants to answer, feel free to answer. I just want to say y'all really inspiring me, and I gotta step my game up. Like, y'all.
You got this.
I'm an author, and I started writing screenplays and things like that. But I'm ready to get on some sets and do all the stuff that you guys doing, and have some posters behind me on my whatchamacallit. Y'all making me feel really like damn, and I love it. I love every minute of it. Okay. So my first question is, what inspired you to pursue this career in the industry, and what was your first break?
Open for anybody to answer.
I'll answer.
All right.
So I started doing theater as a kid. Um, my mom used to have me in like theater stuff all the time. So it's just kind of then I grew up doing. Um, and then I started writing as a teenager. I used to write and things like that. So um, growing up an adult, then acting, and then I decided to start, writing my own, you know, build a narrative for yourself, write the character that you want to bring to life. So that's what made me into like film, and I love it. So
That's what's up.
So
That's
was it that you didn't see like a certain type of character being like portrayed? So you're like, you know what? I'll just write it.
I feel like in this is my own opinion. In the film industry is very congested. Um, and I don't feel like I have limitations on what I can do, role I can play, and I feel like at the act you need to have a wide range of different characters that you're playing so people see your talent, right? I
yeah.
don't want to play the same character in every movie. So
Right, right. It's
audition,
stereotype. Right.
if I don't see an audition for it, I'll create one for myself. So
Okay.
I like that. I like that. You don't see if
And
you
she's
don't see it.
good.
If you don't see it, create the
She is
door.
great. You are
Yes,
good, girl.
yes, yes. Anybody else want to tackle that question?
I'll,
I'm just like Shakina. I grew up in Brooklyn, so my grandmother used to take me to NBC studios to watch the live shows. So I
Ooh.
done seen like the Cosby Show live,
What?
like met the She used to take girl. We used to dress up like we was rich. She used to give me like these little fur jackets, and we would dress up and we would go and sit in the audience and wait to the end. And I'll take pictures. Like I got pictures of me and Raven Simone when I was little. Me and Keisha Natoya.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
she used to take me like a lot. So I always knew like I wanted to do something in theater and film. I just didn't know what it was.
Okay.
And she always was like, "You want to act?" I was like, "No, I didn't want to act," but I knew that I used to write out the whole episodes, y'all, of all my children, One Life to Live,
Oh
and
my.
would write it down for them and have it for them when they would come back home from like shopping or whatever they were doing, during the day. So I always knew I wanted to write. I just didn't know it was gonna really end up happening. So I
Mhm.
enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. All
Samantha.
right.
it's something I've always done. Home videos, wrote my own stories growing up. My first movie was in 2003. I took acting lessons with Dan DeLuca from The Wire, and so he made an independent film, and so I threw right in there, 13. And then life goes on, and had kids, and decided I was gonna, I gotta be a mom and wife and stuff, and then something clicked where it's like it wouldn't let me settle without
Hmm.
pursuing this. And
It was
then once I was
calling you,
like,
calling you.
yes. And it was like, once I was like, okay, well, we're just gonna go ahead and go through this door, is everything just kept falling into place. and now I'm here.
That's
I
awesome.
love it.
That's what's
I
up.
like to write because I feel like it's therapy. Like you can kind of you control the narrative, you can rewrite the narrative however you want, and then you can also like bring up stuff that you're not seeing in mainstream. So you get to talk about stuff that isn't getting talked about enough.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Real quick, I just there's some people on my Facebook page. So Miss Cookie Turner said, well, she asked, are all y'all Atlanta based? I'm in North Carolina. Is there anyone here that is in Georgia in Atlanta? Or is everybody pretty much no? All right.
I'm in Georgia.
Okay. All right. Okay. So are you in Atlanta though?
I'm outside of Atlanta.
I was about to say,
Like
I
an
guess
hour.
Atlanta is like the hot spot for filming. So I guess
It
that's why a lot of
is.
people always like think if you're in Georgia, you're in Atlanta if you're a filmmaker. Yeah, yeah. All right. And Leslie Webster says, love it. Miss Cookie Turner said, awesome. Says she is also a filmmaker. Please, Miss Cookie, just DM me your information so that we can, promote you as well. And let's see. And Leslie is an actress, so thank y'all for joining in. I got a question for y'all. All right. So Deneen asked the nice question. I'm gonna ask one of the controversial ones. All right. So here it is. In the industry, is the industry genuinely, I can't talk today, creating opportunities for women or just checking diversity boxes? Do you guys think the industry is just like, oh, it's women's time, they're creating these spots for us? Or do
That's a
you
good
think it is
question.
more of a political?
I'm gonna answer that question.
Yes, please.
Because they're not making any spots for us. We're taking the spots. We're making our own space, and we're doing it not even looking in their direction. And what they're noticing is like, oh, there's a lot of women filmmakers here, but we're doing what we want to do, how we want to do it. We've always been leaders. We're always been bosses. So it has nothing to do with them creating, because especially, like we've never been in a position where they're just like, here, take this, we want you to have this. So no, they're not. We're here, we're showing up, we're doing the work, we're collaborating, and that's it.
I love that. That. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
I do.
I agree.
want
Go
to.
ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, I wouldn't say I agree 100%. I think that in general, we have to make our own lane because they couldn't care less whether or not we're there or not. Too many times on set, even no matter what set it is, there are very few women. And so one of the things I did, and I'm still finishing this project, I did a little PSA and I called it Black Lady Film Crew. And every single person on our crew were Black women. I still have to edit it because I try to learn how to edit and I realized that's not my ministry. But that was really important for me because I do work with a really great film group called Genesis Creative Entertainment Group. But it's still, the balance, it was pretty even, but now people have gone to do other things. But we have to make sure we're making things that like for us, not just for women, but women of a certain age, I believe as well. My second short film that I made a remake of The Woman at the Well, a reimagining in a modern day tale. Because when we look at the Bible, we look at society in general, women are always put in the background. We have the woman at the well. We don't know her name. We don't know her family. We don't know her cousin in them. We don't know nothing about her. And so I reimagine in that because too often we're not centered in stories. We are the helpmate. We are the second thought. We're the aftermath. No, we need to be centered. And now the only way people who are going to center us is us.
Right.
Yes.
I love it. Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. Let's stay on this subject for a minute. I love that. It always seems to me like, we're now in in 2020, and I always seem like in the 90s, we had Hollywood standard of the Black woman. If you think about the sitcoms, if you think about the movies that came out in the 90s, and you think about the women that were portrayed, they were young, they were of a certain physique, and most of them was of a certain complexion. So we see that was Hollywood standards. On the independent end, do you feel like there is a standard for women in film on the independent end? Do you think we have a standard like the films that you see? Do you feel like there's a certain typical woman that they prefer to have?
You mean for acting?
Can I say something?
For acting, yeah. For on the end of the acting, yeah.
Yeah.
It still happens. Yes. It still happens.
Go ahead, Isha.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to say that I agree 100% with the ladies already said, and because we're making our own way, it's like the fork in the road, and we all going straight, and we creating our own. We're not going left, we're not going right, we're going this way. And when we in our own lane, we could do whatever we want to do. We can go backwards all the way if we want to. We can go zigzag. We do whatever we want. We control our lane. So we kind of changing the narrative because we pick, the people we want on our sets, and it's not like it got to be all females, but I'm pro, I'm pro woman. So I'm going to always make sure they're at the forefront. I'm going to always do that. And so we kind of control it now because I hate to say it, but Hollywood don't even matter to me. I like tunnel vision, independent. It's our time now. So we control the narrative. The ball is in our court.
Yes.
Period.
Yes. 1 second. We have Tangi. Thank you for all the comments, Tangi. She says, my company, Wow Studio One, we are an all-female company where we write, direct, cast, produce, film, edit, sound. Our TV series is on most popular on Tubi for the last few weeks. Secrets in Plain Sight, and we know for certain they are not making room for us. We got to kick in the door continually.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
So Aisha, you say you're an aggregator. So let me ask you a question. I know, because that's a whole different ball game as well.
Mm-hmm.
So even on the end as an aggregator and dealing with distribution, we're kicking in these doors and we're telling stories. Do you feel, and anybody else, do you guys feel on the end of distribution that those streaming services are still only looking for women to be a particular way in films? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to say that it always kind of seems a lot of times that there are these films where, the one, it's a toxic relationship, and it's relationship, and
you
the
being
woman
now you being nice. Call it what it is. She's a stripper. It's a drug dealer. It's this. It's that. Come on, speak it. Speak it. It's always a stripper. She's always a stripper politically or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you guys feel like that those type of films are drowning out our creativeness?
I'm gonna tell you this: as an aggregator, what they're looking for is a certain type, because some movies and some genres do better than others. It really don't have anything to do with like the stripper this, but it's more of the genre. So your movie could be fire, but if it's not the right genre, then the distributor wants what's gonna make them some money. That's what it's all about, to be honest. So when I send them stuff, I already know what distributor likes different, what type of genre they like. So I kind of just send them the ones that I know they like. But I'm gonna give you an example. Like if you have a thriller, thumbs up. If you got some other stuff that's it's like maybe like sci-fi or the people that I deal with. So it's really more of the genre, and they're looking at what's going to really do good. That's what they look at. They
So
turn
what are,
down a lot of stuff that I even give them because it's not the genre that they know that you put it on there. Because like especially Tubi, Tubi has a certain kind of. They go to Tubi to watch certain type of movies, and those are the ones that do good.
so what are the popular genres?
Thriller,
Mm-hmm.
drama,
Mm-hmm.
those are the most right there. Those two, thriller and drama, uh, romance, those three.
Okay.
Those are the hottest. Thriller is number one. Thriller is number one. If you got a thriller, it's gonna go. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's gonna go on Tubi. They love thrillers and drama because everybody want to get away from their own drama, so they want to tune into your drama.
Look at somebody else's drama.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
That makes sense though.
It
Right.
does. It does.
So you see what Jonathan said, right? Denitra, get with Isha as well to get Animom on more platforms.
I really do. I really need to. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So we know that there's a shift going on as far as with the streaming platforms. I think I heard something about Paramount is buying up BET. We know there have been some changes with Tubi as far as requirements and things of that sort. And so as filmmakers now, for those that, direct and they're produced and your stuff is now finished. Do you guys have like, if do you distribute yourself? I know some people don't take self-distributing stuff anymore, but like, do you say, okay, I have this romance and I know for this romance, this is a Lifetime movie, so I'm going to shoot for Lifetime. When you're making these films, do you already have it in mind as far as streaming services, or it's just kind of like I'm gonna send it all over and I want my stuff to be all over? Like, do you have choices? Anybody?
I think what I've learned, because I'm still really new in this, right? I just have 2 shorts, and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with those. But I think the ideal though is, especially when you're talking about a feature film, you do have to have ideal before you make it where it's gonna go, I think, because that's gonna really determine on what your plan is for marketing, for distribution. If you're going to look for a distributor, I think all those things matter, and you need to know that, I think, before you get started, because otherwise you might have this really great project that you completed and you have no place for it to go. But and which can be fine if you make it for yourself, a passion project, but most of us want to eventually, or are getting paid for what we're making. We want to get our money back. So I think you have to know. You have to know what you're going to do with it. If it's going to be something that you're just going to do for festivals, if it's going to be, if you're doing it as a ticket to get to producers, if you're doing it as a way because you're an actor and you're like, listen, I can't get casted, I'm going to make my own thing. Like, you have to figure out kind of like, what is it? What is your goal?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Anybody else want to chime in on that before we go to the next?
Well, most of my things are on Tubi, but I have a mentor, and so I typically deal with her not solely, but I usually rely heavily on her for as distribution. She will shop it to, or she started recently shopping to networks for me. So now my mindset is making something in the mind of, okay, what network can this get pitched to and shopped to see if they want it. If they don't want it, that's fine, because I love Tubi and Tubi loves me.
Right.
And so I'll just, I know that I can get my stuff there. So it's not, it's not a problem, but I definitely want to start moving towards like network deals and getting some licensing deals so I can get that upfront bank wire would be better for me. I think for all of us up here too. But so I definitely am solely thinking about that. And Aisha, she just I just had a call with her yesterday, and I was like, okay, what should I be looking for? Or what are they looking for? And she's like, I wrote it down. She said, thriller, drama with thrillers, and uh, romance. So same thing you just said.
Yeah.
Mm,
You
okay.
know, it's not about a good thriller though. I ain't even
I
gonna
love,
lie.
yeah, I love.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
I love
Something that catch your attention and you like,
Yeah.
what? Yeah,
Right.
we love those type. We do. You know, a
Yeah.
little drama in it. You know, sprinkle some little toxic stuff in it as well. But you know, little
Right.
surprise
Right. Right.
moment. Ooh,
Yeah.
listen, baby. I remember my first one that I remember was, and I'm telling my age. What was it called? The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Y'all
Oh
remember that one?
yes.
Oh
Oh, I remember that.
yes. Woo.
That one right there, I was like,
That
what
was
the
real
heck?
good.
But that's what you want your audience to do. You want them to, and especially if you got something and it's a part 2 coming out for it,
Mhm.
you got your audience hooked and they waiting for
Oh
you to
yeah.
come
Right.
out with the next one. So yeah, shout out to those writers that make thrillers and great dramas. So you know that is definitely what's up.
I have a thriller in post production, so it's
Yeah.
good.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
All
Uh-oh.
right. Okay.
Yeah, I like thrillers also. I have like a thriller romance type thing. It was a
Yeah.
book series, and and I love it in a book series when I tell them, one character don't make it to the next one, make it to the next book. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So,
yeah.
Okay.
I love those type of I enjoy writing it, and I would love to see that one on the big screen. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yes.
We'll
I
Yes.
see.
think it's the intensity of the thrillers, like the intensity, like you don't want to move.
Right. And
You
and
don't
the,
want to you don't want to miss a second
exactly.
of it.
And the biggest thing about a thriller is that we're always trying to guess who's the killer or who's this or who's doing this, and then the best thing in the world is you like, I know who it is, and then it's something you be like, what? Like you were totally thrown off. You're like, I did not see that coming. Okay, and that was like with the movie I just watched. Everyone's, oh my god, what was the movie with them? Oh, the one that was on Netflix with Angie. I call her Angie from All My Children. What was that one?
But the movie or that series,
It was a series.
the Beauty in Black, that one.
No, it was the one
Oh.
where like she was the they you didn't know if it was the cop or she was a reporter or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking. Oh,
What was the name
That
of
was a
that?
good one. I
oh, I
can't
know
think of
what
the
you're
name of
talking
it.
That
about.
was
Cause
a
I
good
watch
one.
anything with that.
Yeah, and you trying to think it was either the cop or if it was they
Some
used to,
story. Two
huh?
sides of the story.
I can't remember,
Some
but they used
that
to
was a
be
good one.
married or whatever, or they something, and you trying to think like, okay, which one it is, which one is, and you
Right,
like,
right, 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 right.
like, I did
I
not
know what
see
you're
that
talking
coming.
about.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I like movies like that, and I like to write
Right.
movies like that. That's it. All right, all right. So moving on. So I have a question.
I
So,
about to say, you got a question? Go ahead.
of course. So what was like the hardest lesson you learned in this industry? Like what really woke you up to let you know, okay, I really, really got to take this serious. So what was your hardest lesson learned?
My hardest lesson learned was people that you think are your day ones are not your day ones, and sometimes like that's the hardest thing. People that like you. For me, I wanted everyone to come with me at the same time, so I stalled myself trying to make sure everyone got on. Okay, everybody get on, everybody on, everybody on. Okay, I'm gonna take one step forward. Everybody, come on, hurry up, come on, get on.
Right.
I delayed
Woo,
myself
you speaking, you
to make
preaching.
sure other people could come, and then they showed me that I shouldn't have been waiting. But I have a different mindset now, and I really last year was a very difficult year for me. So I'm glad that things happened the way they happened. It made me realign. It made me get a different crew. It made me reach out and actually network and connect to more people. So everything happens for a reason. But it was some hard, rough, hurtful times and some crying, like literally tear dropping times. last year. But that's the lesson I learned. And I'm, like for me now, it's like I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna think about me, make sure I get there, and that I don't mind collaborating along the way, and I don't mind once I get to where I need to be, reaching, turn around and reaching back. But
Right.
stopping where I'm at, I'm about to be 52 this month. I can't stop. I don't have time. I don't have the years left to be
I
waiting
know
for other people.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I
don't
don't
really care
blame
about
you.
myself.
well,
And all that crying was just cleansing you for a new path. You getting
Yes.
ready to bloom. You getting ready to blossom.
right.
Yeah.
But I don't know who said it, but I know I've always seen it. Everyone is not meant to come on your journey.
Exactly.
And
Look,
that is
Tyler Perry say it a lot.
yeah, I know someone say everyone is not meant to come on, no matter, how much you want to bring someone on who's been there, your childhood girlfriend or whatever. Everybody's not meant to come,
They not.
I think once you realize that, like you said, you'll be better off. Because first of all, some people, even though they want to, it's like they have to want it. You know what I'm saying? If they don't want it,
Right.
it's not going to work. It's
Exactly.
not going to work. They're the ones that just cheer for you on the sideline.
Yep.
Like you said, to be in them trenches, not everybody, it takes a lot to be in them trenches with you. It takes a lot. And it's not everybody is meant to be there.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
most definitely. Anybody else want to shed some, tell what they've
Mine
learned?
is the same as Krishna. You know that. Like me, but mine is the same as hers. I had to learn, like, even with like on my own family members, like I had to learn to like let it go, because I used to be so stuck on that. Like, why nobody supporting me? Why everybody acting jealous of me? Why they not supporting me? Crying about to where I was depressing myself and not even able to focus and do what I needed to do to elevate to the next level, because I was so worried about like nobody supporting me. Nobody. Now I don't give a damn. I don't care.
Exactly. That's it. You gave me
I
goosebumps,
don't
girl.
care. I
That's
I know
don't.
that's right. Anybody else want to share?
Essence, we
What
haven't heard from you. What's up, Essence?
I'm good. I'm just sitting here relaxing and chilling, listening to everybody what they got to say because I'm still a newbie.
Listen. If you a newbie, feel free. If you need to ask a question, ask a question. This
I'm
is
about
it.
to say, yeah, please do. Just
Yes.
start off
Look,
with
I'm a
asking.
newbie. I'm a newbie. I'm a stalker newbie. I done stalked Krishna, Denise, all of them. Look, Aisha and
Well,
y'all, don't
trust
be
me,
surprised. Y'all see
I'll be asking some questions. I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
Sam, they know it. If I got questions, I'm going to ask. I'll look at it like all people can say is yes or no.
Well, you know what? Since everybody keeps saying about newbie, what advice would you give to a newbie? Like, for example, I'm going to say I'm a newbie because I don't have any production. Well, I do have a script that is assigned to contract that's being shopped out, But I mean, as far as I've never been on a set, thank you. I've never, like all the things that you guys have gone through, I have not gone through. So as a newbie and someone else who might be in my shoes, probably just wrote their first screenplay and like, okay, what do I do now? What advice do you give to them?
I think getting on sets was the best experience I could have had. And Krishna, you don't even remember. You the one that told me that. I had asked her about 2-3 years ago. I was like, "What's the best way to network with people?" And she was like, "Get on sets."
Yep.
Get on set, and that's what I did. Like they were like, "No, I can't pay you. I don't want to pay. I'll take the credit. I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn the process. I wanted to see how things ran. So when I would see like productions and stuff coming in my area, I'll just reach out and let them know. Like I don't mind coming and working for free. Look, for now, look for now. But I just wanted to learn and network and get to know people and just see how operations move, see like what you need to have on set, what you don't need to tolerate on set. So I love it. I think that was like the best thing for me because I got to see what I knew how to write. So we know that part. You know how to write. So you definitely want to see like how an actual film set run. That's what was good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the best
100%.
way. Yep,
Yeah.
that's the best way.
100%.
I know
Okay.
for me, and she may not even realize it, but when I first I think I was working on the second script, Anima, and I knew we were going to film it, but I reached out to Felicia, and she, she muted now, but she don't know that I was literally hanging on to every word she told me. And when I
Right.
say I was just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I know she had done so many things, and I'm like, and
Right.
she took the time to talk to me. I wasn't known. I was no, I was brand new at it, but she took that time, and so that networking, and she really didn't realize it, but she became a mentor to me.
Right.
Just willing to share the
Awesome.
knowledge. So, and I love the fact that I've even Krishna, when you had a networking out towards, I know it's past Raleigh, and
Yeah.
me and my spouse came,
Yeah.
and that was huge because I didn't know that people who are in the industry will hold these type of gatherings to where you meet people in the industry. And
Right.
she gave us notebooks, and she was like, get everybody's contact information. And
Wow.
that was so profound. So I give shout out to you guys for taking
Yes.
those initiative. Anybody that's doing events like that, and opening doors for others, I give you shout out because everybody don't do that. And
They don't.
especially in this industry.
Mhm.
So thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for,
Well, thank
you
you.
know,
You're welcome.
you open doors and you're teaching others how to open doors, whether you realize it or not. Everybody's paying attention to your posts, little nuggets that you drop. There are those of us that are new, we're gathering that information and we're
Right.
taking it to heart.
Right.
So thank you so for being so open the way you are. It is really appreciated.
Thank
Yes, I'm
you.
telling y'all, between Sam, Felicia, Shakina, and Krishna, I'm telling y'all, stalk y'all page. I stalk y'all page. I want to see what y'all got going on. I want to see what y'all have coming up. I do. I want to be a part of what y'all doing, and if I can support at any time. So y'all
Where's
probably
everybody
be
at?
seeing me up there a lot, and it don't bother me. I'm going up there. I'm going to say something on your post. I'm going to stalk you. I'm going to go up there
I'm
and
gonna
see
be
what's going on
stalking too.
because that's the only way you know what's going on, what's the happenings, what's the events that's coming
Uh-huh.
up. You have to go
Yeah.
on these people page that's actually doing the same thing that you're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
And or
Yeah.
that you're aiming to do. I'm gonna say aiming because I ain't get there yet. I'm aiming to get where all y'all.
Where's everybody located? And I got something to say about that in a second. But where's everybody located?
I'm in New York.
Denitra, I know where you are.
I'm in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes.
I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Got some
I'm in
stories,
Georgia.
Georgia.
I wanted to say something in reference to what I would say to someone new. I would tell them that was the hardest lesson that I learned, that you don't let the fact that you don't know something stop you from doing it. Do it anyway, even if you don't know how to do it. And that's like my biggest lesson. And once I did that, I kind of like set off my whole journey. So now
Mm.
I'm on the plane, and I always say this, that you ever see anybody get on a flight midair?
Hmm.
Because it's a lot of
That's
people
Yeah.
coming around now. But when I was
Mhm.
landed, nobody was there. So now I'm in flight. Now everybody want to be a part of it. You can't get on the plane in midair, right?
Right. Right.
Right.
Mm, I
Mm.
love
I
That's
that.
like
so
that.
true.
I like that.
That's
I
so
like
true.
that.
Yes. Can't get on the flight midair. I love that. Look,
I
that's gonna
like
be my
that,
post once we done.
Aisha.
That's a
All
good
right.
one.
You need to
That's
make
a
a
good one.
shirt out of that, girl.
You know, I do.
You're right. I'm gonna do that too.
You need to make a shirt. You can't get on the flight in mid-air. You
Midair.
need to
I
put
Midair.
that
love
on a
that.
shirt.
Yes.
Can't
As
get
they
on
say,
the
that's
flight in
bars. That's
mid-air.
bars.
Yeah.
That
For real.
So what I want
part.
to tell you guys is stop saying what you don't use the word aspiring or I want to do. You are. So I'm a producer. I'm a writer. I'm a filmmaker. I'm an actress. I am. And so that's what I want you guys to practice is saying I am. It doesn't matter how many you have, how many you don't have, when you're about to have it. But we have to understand that our tongues are very powerful, and then in
Yes, they are.
everything when we talk, that's vibration. So we're able to manifest and move things and put things into the atmosphere by our voices and our
Yeah.
words and our tongue. So you say I am a producer, I am a writer, I am whatever you want to be. Don't say I want to be it. You are it. Because if you don't identify as that yourself, then no one else in the world is going to look at you as that.
Right.
Oh, well,
100%.
thank you for that.
And,
I take
100%.
that, Jim, and I'm running with it. Thank you.
and we say that at our actors class as well. I'd be like, don't say you want to be an actor. You're an actor. Now you might have to learn. You might be learning, but you are. So
Yeah.
I
Yes.
want to share one thing that I've learned that that I really is when you're on set, especially if you're a director, make sure whatever it is that your vision is, don't be afraid to make sure you have your voice heard, because you're going to be living with that project for the rest of your life. And when you see it on screen, you're like, man, I should have got another take. I should have had the lighting change. I shoulda. You don't want to live with your shouldas. So, and be able to be confident in yourself. Because just like Aisha just said, Hollywood is faking it too. Okay. Don't think that everybody is coming here and they have everything worked out and they know. Like, listen to people in different industry stuff, and you'll find out that people don't know what they're doing. Some people are getting on that set and they are winging it. I'm talking about the big people, right?
Wow.
And you know, watch
That,
some of that stuff,
yeah.
that behind the scenes stuff, and you find out all this stuff. They're like, they didn't know what they were doing when they were there. But be confident and understand, if you once you figure out how you want something to look, figure out how to get that, and figure out who else you need to pull in. If it's a YouTube video, if it's a person, figure out who has the information that you need so that you can have your project. Because the worst thing is to sit there and be in a theater and you're watching your movie and you're cringing. That's that. Listen, you don't want to do that, right? You just want to, especially when you know you had an option. If you don't know no better, you can't do better, right? But if you have an option and you decided to let somebody else, especially as women on set, sometimes the DPs will try to take over your project as a director. So you just have to make sure you know, this is what I want. And because I have had that experience where I'm talking about friends of mine, and they were like, oh, you know what? I'm so glad you made me listen, because that shot looks amazing. So you have to be confident in that, and you have to be like, no, I want this, and I want it that way. You don't gotta be a bitch, but if that's the only language they know, that's what you gotta do.
So be
And
it.
so, especially if you're, if you got money in this project as well, if you are the primary person, or the percentage is mostly on you.
Yeah.
Again, that's a whole nother reason why you want to make sure, and I'm taking that because I learned that lesson, that you make sure that how you want it, that it's done that way. And I love what you said about YouTube. And Mika, she knows what we went through for Joy. We had a hospital scene and we was trying to figure out how the heck we was going to do this hospital scene and make it look real. And we found a YouTube. We found this guy on YouTube, and they used a futon, iPad holder, and when I say it looks so real, I was like, "Oh yeah, we got this now." So yes, please, if it's something you want, a car crash scene or whatever, listen. Where there's a will, there is a way. And YouTube University, you can find some stuff on there. So yes, thank you so much for saying that. Woo. Okay. All right. I got questions. All right. So, and this is for everybody. I want everybody to answer this one. So, what legacy are you intentionally trying to build through your work?
I'll start, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So I started off as a book author, children's book author. But the thing that I love about being a writer and being an author is that we never die. So if we put anything out there, it lives forever, and that's our way to communicate to the next generation, and so on and so forth. And so um just knowing that, and knowing that I decide what words I leave, is what has really driven me, um to go, as far as like being a writer, being a filmmaker, and creating content.
Mm,
Yes,
okay.
I love
Anyone
that.
else?
Love
I can
that.
go. Um,
Mhm.
so because about it's been 6 years now when I first met the group of people that I make movies with, and one of the guys, he was making a short, he needed an actor, and I had my granddaughter. She was about 4 at the time, and we were on set, like it's a micro set, right? It's I think there were 5 of us all together, and my granddaughter, who were I think the 5 included my granddaughter. And in between, when we were getting stuff together and they were doing whatever, and I was talking with her, and she's practicing being a director. And that's the legacy that I feel like, those opportunities, because when I came up, being director wasn't even an I didn't even wasn't even I didn't even know what a director was. I just knew movies were made and I liked movies, but I didn't even know what a director was. I didn't know
Right.
that was something that I could aspire to be.
Yeah.
So my legacy is opening the doors for my grandchildren and even my children. My son has been in something. My son writes now. My granddaughters, like 2 of them, have been in some projects. So just knowing that that's an option for them, and knowing that it doesn't, they can do it. They saw their nanny made a movie, so they know they can make a movie. So I think that's what the legacy that I would like to leave.
I love that. I love that.
I
Anyone
do too.
else?
I think my legacy is that um I just never give up no matter what. It's just like I can't even see if I can't even see giving up at all. So it's not even an option for me. So, and I know people say that all the time, but I really live by that, and that's that legacy. um I inspire people that I'm around just by having that type of attitude. I just never, anytime anything happens, I automatically go into problem solving mode. I just, okay, how can I fix it? I just automatically go into that because I just, it's just not an option for me to ever give up. So I'm gonna always keep until I reach the goal, no matter what, unless I'm gonna die trying. But I'm never gonna. So that's my legacy, that, and I inspire people around me because I have that attitude, and that's what I want to be known by as.
Well, I just quick. You said to reach your goal. What is your goal?
Well, my goal is to um do continue to do what I love doing, and that is creating, and to actually be able to make a living from it and not have to worry about anything else. That's just my main job. Like right now, it is my main job. I'm easing into it. And so my goal is to where um I don't really care about the fame, but I want me, and then my son kids and his kids, generational wealth
Right.
is that's the goal for me, and I'm gonna obtain it through films. That's how I'm gonna get to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's what's
I
up.
love that.
Yep. Anyone else?
I can go.
Hmm.
I think mine would be use your voice and make it count.
Mm.
Use your voice and make it count. Tell your story and have fun while you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just do it because you, like she said, you feel like you're gonna make money off of it. Make sure you're having fun while you're doing it. Make sure when you do it, you are having fun, and that's what I want to do. I've been doing medical billing for 27 years, and I told Denitra I'm finally like at the point like when they're in these meetings and saying all these graphs and how much we made, I'll be the one to say, I don't give a damn. Like, I want to make this money for my own self. You get it? So I think that's what it is. It's about, it should be about making sorry, y'all, generational wealth for our children, because the government and what's going on right now, they gonna be asked out if we don't do this, if we don't set the foundation right now. We already see what's happening in the world, so that's my thing. I want them to use their voice and make it count. I tell my sons all the time, like everybody, like, okay, he 21, like why you still on him? Because he still needs to have a plan. Yes, he's working here, but what's your plan after here? You can't
Right.
stay at Buffalo Wild Wings all your life. So what's your plan after this? Do you have a plan while you working here? Like, what's your goal? Like, I didn't have a mom that did that. My mom was alcoholic. Like, she just cared about her beer. And long as we went to school, she didn't care like what we did after high school or if we had a plan. So I want to change that narrative and what they call it, unlearn what we learned, unlearning what we learned, renewing the mind. So that's my thing. I just want my kids to think and move differently than what I was taught and what I was brought up in. Because they have it. They have it I'm like, y'all have it at your fingertips. We didn't have this stuff, going, honey, if I had the internet.
Right.
The stuff they have access to now, it wasn't so easy for us. When I started writing books, like I really had to research.
Exactly. Had to go to the library. There was no Facebook. There was no internet and all of this other kind of stuff like it is now.
Right.
Check a book out. Or you had to buy a book and everything. And I remember when I first became an author and I got into like some groups, people was like, they didn't want to tell you, like, oh, I'll tell you if you pay me $400.
Right.
Right.
You got some people who are not gatekeepers who are willing to, I'm at this point. I'm going to help you get to my point, and I expect you to help somebody who was at your point to get to that point. But if I'm just starting out, and when I look back as an author, of course, I would say if I know now what I knew back then, I would have saved myself thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? One thing I remember when I was buying my first set of books and everything, I spent like $800, almost $1,000 in buying a book. And only to find out years later, I could have went to someplace else and for half the amount. And I'm like, well, damn, nobody.
Who did you use, Deneen? Who was the person?
Oh God, I don't remember back then.
Yeah, because the person it was like something called like art book bindery or something like that.
I don't know who it was. It was somebody. I don't know. But
I spent like $1,500.
Yes, all of that, and then come to find out, you can just go right here and save, two, and my thing is, because I do write, I do TikTok, I do digital products and stuff like that. So when I'm on my TikTok, and I try to help people who don't, like the mother who got 6 kids and, she want to get some extra money and she don't have $400 to take a class with me for me to show her. You know what I'm saying? But I can give you now, and I get what someone's saying, if I spend thousands of dollars, I'm not going to give away all of that information for free. That I'm not going to do. But I'm going to give you enough so that you can get started and do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And those are the kind of people that I like to be around and I like to see in my circle.
Right.
Amen. All righty. Let's see here. Next question that I have for everybody. Let's do something fun. If your journey in film was a movie, what would the title be?
Ooh.
I tell you, I'm gonna give you something to think about now. That's one thing we're gonna do on this show. We're gonna give you a little something to think about. What would the title?
And it gotta be the title. The title of the movie.
Title. Yeah, the title of your movie.
They thinking. Oh, they thinking. Look at it.
All right, I got it. I got mine.
Okay, what you got?
Trial by Fire.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah.
I started out jumping on set. Anything you need, you know what I'm saying? I do whatever you want, whatever you need. So I picked up working on set like that. And then, like Isha said, don't say no. Just, go into it with confidence. And it's like, you asked me to do, shout out, BR Films. They've taught me a lot. They'd ask me to do stuff. I had no idea what I'm doing, but yes, I can do it. And I figured it out around the way. So it was a trial by fire to get to where I'm at.
I like that.
And it's like, it's still going on. I'm still learning as I'm going. But it's, if I don't take these lessons and grow from them, it's all pointless.
Right.
Gotcha.
I like
All right.
that.
All right. What's the next movie we're going to see now? What's your next title?
I can't think. I'm trying. Look, I got so many thoughts going across my head.
I got it. I have a bunch of. I guess mine is a series with titles for every episode. But
yes.
How'd you get here? Because people will be so shocked and surprised that rooting and expecting me not to have made it or not to be here. Like, how'd you get? Who let you over here? How'd you get here? So that's my title.
Okay.
I'm determined, driven and determined. That's episode 1.
Okay.
How'd you get here?
I love it. Anybody else got a title?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Yeah. You got a title for us?
I would not. My title will be Chosen by Purpose.
Chosen by Purpose? Oh, okay.
Chosen by Purpose. You need to hold on to that one. I like that title.
Yeah, that's nice. Kina comes over. She comes over all the good titles though.
Yeah. But that really is a good one. Chosen by Purpose. Oh, I love that. Right. I love that. All right. Yep. Who's next? Who got a title?
I guess I'll go. The Messenger. I got the message, I think.
You got the message.
I like that.
At this point, I think we need to start writing these down.
Right.
I know, right?
Some good titles. Look,
mine would be From Trial to Triumph.
Okay.
I love that. I love that.
Because
listen,
dealing with a lot of grieving, and so I didn't properly grieve. Like when I lost my daughter, my mom, my grandma, like I lost so many people back to back. I didn't grieve properly. But I think once I did, that's when I seen things moving up for me, things getting better, getting rid of people that didn't mean me no good. So that would be mine, From Trial to Triumph.
I love that. All right, listen, next year, whenever, I'm expecting to see some of these titles.
Right.
On these streaming services now.
Right.
I'm like, yes, I'm expecting to see some of these titles in some movies. So I'm just saying. Anybody else?
We can't. I don't know if I can tell my story. Me and Shakina are cousins. I don't know if y'all know, but that's my cousin. And we got stories to tell, but we might have to wait till some people are not hearing them around.
Totally understand. Listen, I heard somebody said, and I think she was a songwriter. She said anybody she meets, she tells them, I'm a writer and I'll write a story. It is you who determine if I write a good story about you or if I write a bad story about you.
Oh,
and I think
Lord.
it goes in films as well. It's you that determines if I write a good story about us or if I write a bad story about us. So, I understand.
I tell people this is going in a movie.
Yeah. All right, now that's what I'm talking about. Anybody else has a title?
This is my this is where I'm bad at picking titles, y'all. I'm terrible with it. But the only thing that keeps coming to my mind is Pick a Lane. And I think sometimes, like, Like I love to write, and I write like everything. But and then I love directing. I love all these different pieces, but I think you have to figure out what's the thing you want to focus on. And you can still do some of the other things, but I feel like you have to, like, for me, I feel like I got to pick something and be that my focus, and then we can have all these offshoots from it. But I think that for me, that's just pick a lane and stop trying to do everything, and be good at one thing at a time.
Gotcha.
I get that.
I was getting ready to ask, because when you're independent, it's like you do everything anyway. But does anybody feel like, they're like, okay, on this day, I need to wear the director's hat more than wearing the set design act or hat. I need to be the producer today and not be, do you feel like you have a hat that you need to keep on particular days? Like something really should be your specialty and you need to more focus on this. And I ask because on set for me, Mika, no, I'm round and I'm doing I'm here, there, and every so often they have to tell me this is your
Move.
position. Stop doing everything.
No,
else.
I have to tell her. I'm like, Denitra, we got it. Sit down. Because she
seriously, like,
everywhere.
it's
She
hard.
be everywhere. And I get it. I'll be like, I know this your baby, but she knows I work hard. When I'm on set, I work. I'm moving stuff. I'm sweaty. I don't care. I'm there to work. I'm not there to look cute. So look, I might come in, my edges be down. My God, they're gonna be rolled. But you know that we there to work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it's more along the lines, and I'm sure a good amount of you guys feel this way. Yes, that's your baby, but I know for me, it's like I appreciate you guys helping, and I'm not trying to supervise what you're doing. I'm just trying to make it to where you're working, but I'm here to help you,
making it easier for you.
Exactly. I don't think anybody wants, after, because you're already working all these hours, and you don't want your crew or cast being like, dang, I feel like I'm sweating like, somebody that's working in a sweatshop. You don't want your people feeling that way and like, oh, all you did was just sit and direct.
But that's your job, though.
But
I
was getting ready to say that you took the words out my mouth.
That's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah,
because if you've been on set, I'm sorry if I thought somebody's talking to. But when you've been on set and you've been all the things for people, like I've been assistant director, I've been. They love my people love making me script supervisor. I am not the best script supervisor, but anyhow, that's neither here nor there. But when you've done all the things and you're being PA, you're doing all the things, right? You're used to doing all the things. But when you're a director, you have one job, right? You need to make sure this is the look that you want. The word, you have to, that's your job. And when you are out of position, it doesn't allow somebody else to be in position. And so now you're making everybody a little bit off center and unaligned. So it's like, and listen, I'm telling you, because I'm talking about experience, right? I have done this. And I'm like, oh, well, is Crafty good? Oh, is this? No. Figure out the next shot. Make sure everybody's in spot so that you can say, yep, I like this look. Let's go for it. Because that's what your job is that day.
Right.
Other days, you have other jobs. But when you are the director, that's your job. You got to focus on it. And it can be hard. It can be hard. But that's your job that day.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, because if you step out of being a director and you go do something else, who's directing? Because not someone else is not going to step in your role to fill in for the director, because no one can fill in for them, but only you can do that. So I mean, I guess it makes sense. It does make sense.
Yeah.
Now, is it easy? No.
Nah, that's
but is it necessary? Yes.
I'm sure it is hard. I'm sure it is. But listen, I look forward. I look forward to having that.
Awesome. All right, so you got a question?
I got kind of like a fun question. So all of you are directors, and you have the budget, you have whatever it is that you need to put on this screenplay. Give me 4 women actresses that you want in the screenplay that you want to work with. You can have anybody you want. We're gonna keep it with the living this time. Usually we say past or present, but we're gonna keep it with the living this time.
For me, Megan Good is definitely a actress that I want to work with first. I work with her, but as far as like my own production, definitely Megan Good is like my top list. Someone that you guys don't know, but she's in almost all of my films and will be in all my films as long as she will allow me to put her in my films. Is my daughter Destiny Holly, because she's phenomenal. And let me see. I love Monique, so I definitely want to work with Monique.
Yes.
She's someone I aspire to work with. And there's so many. I don't know. Like I'm gonna hold my last one.
Okay.
You gotta hold her last one. Okay, I got you. Anyone else?
So I have like I want to write a comedy that is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I've been struggling writing a comedy, but I think Regina Hall is like one of the funniest actors. Period. Like her comedic timing. Like she's just, and I love that she goes for the joke no matter what. She goes for it. So I have like this this parody that that I started, and I picture her as the main character. And then I don't know if anyone know who Jerry Johnson is. She's in she starred in the show Harlem with Megan Harlem with Megan Good. And so I love her. I think she's just a beautiful woman, and I think she's really I just think she's really talented. So I have a script that I'm working on that those are the two that I want in my head when I started writing it. I'm like, those are the two women who I think are just really cool. I think they're really dope, and I think they will be amazing. So
Effie, what character did she play in Harlem?
Say it again.
What character did she play in Harlem? I can't remember.
She is Ty.
She's
the Ty who's like a
in the
no
LGBT
nonsense boss lady. She has like the app or something, the dating app. She's like a big group.
Yes. I was watching that last night.
Yeah, I love her character in that.
Yes,
but
I love her
on Instagram too, and I think she's just really cool.
Yeah, I like her too. I like her. Yeah.
Awesome. Anyone else?
I got a tip about the comedy. I do have a tip about the comedy. Once you do have your script together, once you cast, before you film, it's good for them to get together and bounce off each other, because a lot of comedy is made not on the script but with the actors themselves. So I've learned that a little bit too, because you can write something all day when it comes to comedy, and they might not be able to do it correctly, but when they get together, they can bounce off each other and make it better.
Nice, thank you.
I love that.
I like for me, I say Nia Long, Monique, and Tiana Taylor.
Oh yes.
Yeah. She's definitely up and coming now. She's here. She has arrived. She ain't up and coming now. She has arrived.
Right.
Yes, she has.
She has arrived. Anyone else?
I want to cast somebody. I want to cast somebody old school. I want to cast Pam Grier. Somebody make it happen.
Wow.
Yes.
I did not even think about her. Yes.
And she's still.
I really want to work with Queen Latifah.
Oh,
that's
yes.
a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good
She's
one.
amazing to me. I really want to work with Queen Latifah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Love it.
I want Debbie Morgan from All My Children.
Oh yeah.
I love her. I love her, especially in that Beauty in Black. Like she is too. She is too funny. I like Debbie Morgan and Loretta Devine.
Yes.
Another
Yes.
one.
I want to work with her too. And Felicia Rashad.
Oh yes.
I want to work with Felicia Rashad.
But what kind of movie would you write for her though?
Felicia Rashad.
Like what type
I
of
wish she
movie?
could work on my movie. We were friends. I want her to work with the mother part. If I could, I would love to work the mother part.
The mother
She
part?
always plays the awesome, the good mothers. I think she's working. She's a good mother. Like she did Theo and all those the Cosby Show. She was a good mother on there.
But that, you know what,
And I
that brings
got
another question though. So she's kind of like stereotyped. So who would take and put someone in a different role that they're not used to playing?
I
For,
would
I don't know.
Mm.
Anybody watch the show?
playing somebody, mama.
There's a show, Diara from Detroit,
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
Felicia Rashad is in that, and she
Yes,
is
she
not playing
is.
her typical Felicia Rashad character at all in there.
Girl driving that
Oh
van.
my god, I got to see that.
Oh yeah,
I got to
Girl,
see
she
Yeah, but I
that.
haven't
is
seen it.
like
I
it's
haven't
like
seen it.
totally opposite of what you
yes,
used to with her.
and I love it. It's good. Yeah, yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
she play on
I
Empire
got to
for a
see that.
season? Like she was Tay
She
Diggs'
was
mother, right?
Yeah, she
yeah,
did.
Tay Diggs' mother.
But she wasn't like a nice mother. She was,
No, she was
yeah,
woo.
she
No,
was a,
she was a mean mother on that
yeah,
movie.
yeah. So like
Definitely.
even for her to play a mom, she don't necessarily be Claire Huxtable on some of the stuff that she's doing. But you know
No,
what?
no.
She got range.
Mm-hmm.
She has
Yep.
range. Like Debbie Morgan to see. I don't know if y'all remember her playing Frankie Keisha Cole's mom on that Lifetime movie. What was the name of
She
the
did
Yes.
movie?
it so
She did it
good.
so awesome.
Yeah.
So, shout out to our more mature actresses that they be having some range. And I like when there are writers and directors that don't write those typical roles for them. And they're
Right.
like, okay, well, let's give her a try. And then I could imagine like during casting the amount of people that their mouths drop seeing,
Mhm.
seeing like Debbie Morgan take on the role as Frankie, the drug addict who had the famous daughter. I'm sure people mouths was like, that's Angie from All My Children. Oh my gosh, I can't believe she did that.
Right.
Because some of them have those roles that you just remember them by,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think
Mhm.
some actors, they have a problem because I just heard someone saying like they're always casting them in this certain type of role and they can't get other roles, because
Right.
people just see them in this one way, you
That's true.
know. So
That is
I
true.
think that's interesting. I mean, just even like with Michael B. Jordan, he's played different types of roles, because I love him from Black Panther. Like, he was good in Black Panther. He was good in Black Panther.
Mhm.
And I like Sinners. I love Sinners. And they said he was in All My Children. Now I don't remember back then.
Yep.
They showed clips of him, but I
Yep.
don't remember him
He was
from
young
that.
during that time. Yeah. 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 Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we got a couple of people on Facebook that has, and I don't know why I can't see everybody's stuff, but hey Karina said, oh no, she was ruthless. Sounds like a lot of manifestations. Okay. I'm listening from y'all's mouths
Yes.
to God's ears that manifesting these people being in your upcoming productions. So shout out to everybody on Facebook. Thank you for joining us. Let's see here. I do want to talk about this. So real quick question. How has being a woman shaped the type of stories you choose to tell?
Shoot, life. Life experiences for me.
Gotcha. That is true though. We do tend to,
Life experiences. Like
yeah.
what the woman goes through a lot. Emotionally, mentally, sometimes physically. We go through a lot. We carry a lot.
Yes.
It is kind of interesting, and I don't want anybody taking this to heart, but it's interesting the fact that for the amount of stuff that us women go through, and I'm not per se 100% sure of this, but it seems like there's not a lot of women that write horror movies. And I believe us women could write some horror movies.
Yes, we
But
can.
it's very interesting. I mean, we'll do dramas, of course, but
Drama, romance, yeah.
yeah, and even a lot of times for thrillers, it doesn't seem like thrillers and horrors are well known for women writers. But from experiences and from life, we could honestly we actually can write some horror stuff. I don't know. I don't like horror myself, but I think if I put my mind to it, I could really write a horror movie where, some dude, something happens to him from this woman that, she's now comes back as some kind of demon. I'm just saying.
Right. I get it. I get it.
Those life experiences could actually be a horror story or a really good thriller. I'm just saying.
Mickey Howard said it best. What is it? Experience has taught me one thing. That's it. You learn. I know with me, and I always tell people, like in my first book that I wrote, I tell people 10% of the book is true. I don't say what 10%, but 10% of that book is true. So, I mean, when it comes to writing, you have to start somewhere and you have to base it on something, and you base it on your life or someone's life, the truth. You'll be like, your girlfriend telling you, like, oh, this make a good story. Oh, this make a good story. You be saying in your mind, how can I change the name? How can I change this around so that she don't know it's her? You know what I'm saying? Or like y'all said, well, we ain't gonna wait till she died, to put the story up. But how can we, because I know I constantly have stories in my head. Have stories in my head.
Yes.
And so I guess this is why dramas and thrillers are the more popular things that these streaming services, are looking for. Because we could write some really great ones. We really can. So that's most definitely. All right, since you got another question.
This is my last question. So who was your role model? Who do you guys look up to?
Oh.
You saying far as film or just in general?
It could be just like in film. Like, was there someone in film that really inspired you to be a producer, a director?
So mine is my mentor, Tressa Smallwood, Megamind Media. She's wonderful, phenomenal. I look up to her. I've seen, been around her long enough to see her grow and develop and keep going. And I try to, everything that I do, of course, I want to do well for myself, but I never want to disappoint her. So I want to make sure that anything that I create and make, that she would be proud to say that's my mentee, So
right.
I look up to her. She's professional, but she's not no nonsense at the same time. Like, she just sticks her ground, and I like her attitude as far as being a female in the industry, because like, she doesn't let people just get over on her. And being a female, people will try to get over on you, or act like you don't know what you're doing because you're a female. So I've seen her, like say, this is basically, this is my stuff. This is what's going to happen. And you don't like it, you can go. So,
I get it.
Yeah. So Tressa Smallwood.
Okay. Anyone else? Quick shout out to Brittany. Hey, Britt, thank you for watching. She's part of my TikTok family.
I think for me, somebody I look up to who is far away from where I am is the first time I saw Queen Sugar, and I had just started looking at film stuff and saw what Ava DuVernay, and I was like, oh, Black people can be lit like that. Oh, okay. I didn't understand, because we watch movies, and a lot of times, like, you think the show that always comes to my mind for how not to like Black people is In the Heat of the Night, because they made that man look like he was gray, and I didn't understand what was wrong, but until I saw what was right. And I just appreciate a couple of things about Ava. The fact that she was older when she started working in film. I don't know if anybody has seen Origin. If you haven't seen Origin, please watch it. I think everybody should watch it in the world. the fact that she, doesn't just stick to one thing, she's doing many things, and the fact also that she has created lanes for women in film and television by she had all different directors for Queen Sugar for one of the season, and was only women who she had as directors. So just I think she just really is somebody to that I'm just like, I think that's dope. She is just on top of her craft. She wrote the screenplay for Origin. She's a dope director of multiple, she doesn't just stick with one thing of directing, and her giving opportunities to people, open those doors for other women, I think is really great.
That's awesome. Anyone else? Well, if not, I'm gonna tell mine. So Shonda Rhimes is my mentor in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I have followed her for years. Oh my gosh. I love her. And again, she's another one who, as far as directing wise and creative wise, she started at an older age. So it's kind of like, oh, I can relate to her. Gina Prince Blythewood is another one of my favorites. I've loved her since Love and Basketball. I mean, that was like, that was during the time where I was really a WNBA fan. And to see that movie, that love story, I was just like, whoa. And my other person I would definitely have to say is Miss Viola Davis. As far as on this end, I mean, that is a powerful, powerful Black woman right there. And I mean, we've seen her play what? You saw her be the president wearing a pair of sneakers in an evening gown. Mm-hmm. to being this badass warrior queen.
Yes, my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm. Range. So those are some of my favorite. And can I take it back? And I'm about to tell my age again. I really don't care. How many of y'all remember Erica from All My Children?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yes, her too. Miss Susan Lucci. Yes. And yes. I mean, I have been a fan of hers since I was around 2 years old, because that's what me and my grandma used to do. We used to watch the soap opera. So I could take you back that far. I remember her, and when I was like, oh, I want to be like that. Not realizing, I just know she was right. That's what I just remember. Look, I don't remember
she sent something out to Michael B. Jordan when he won. She sent like a message.
Did she ever win an Emmy, a daytime Emmy? Because remember,
yeah,
she was talking about that. She said people told her she should run on the stage and snatch it. She just was talking about that. I was like, wow.
They robbed her every year.
Every year.
Not really realizing it, but she was one of my first idols. I just knew she was just a bad woman.
She was.
And I didn't realize the dialogue. I just know every time I saw her, she was dressed to the T.
Yes.
Girl, yes, looking flawless.
Somebody out. The hair was always in place. The makeup was always in place. And you wouldn't even catch her being around in her own home in something that we call casual. She was still dressed designer being in her own home. So
right.
She's also always been a mentor of mine as well. So all right. So we got one more question apiece. And then we're gonna let y'all go with
No, I did all my questions.
Oh, so it's me? Okay. All right, so last
here to 12 o'clock.
Last question of the evening. We're gonna go controversial. I don't know, it ain't really controversial, but what's one red flag women should look out for when entering this industry? Yeah, I said it.
But what role?
Right.
Either role, if it's an actress, someone coming in as starting off as an assistant director. So let's start with the entry roles. If a woman is coming in, for the entry roles, what is a red flag to look out for?
I can't really think of any for that, but for actors, I will say be mindful of when being asked to do auditions nude or partially nude, being asked to, especially if you're traveling to other areas like not your state, do like private auditions. Just traffic and people going missing. Just to be mindful is very dangerous, and even when you get casted, kind of having like a buddy system with somebody, until you start getting to know the area and getting to know who's who and who's really legitimately working in this industry, because the human trafficking industry is way more profitable than the film industry, and people set up decoys, and you just never know what's happening, and I don't drink stuff that I haven't opened myself or seen open, because that's another thing too. You just never know. So just be careful.
Yeah.
Not to scare y'all, but it is what it is. So.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
That is. Anyone else have advice for women coming into this industry?
I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier before. Just don't be afraid to speak up. And the red flag would be if people are dismissing you, especially if you are the producer or you are the purse strings. If you are, if your name is going to be on this project in a prominent way, make sure your voice is being heard. So a red flag could be that sometimes people assume that because you're a woman and you're new, that you don't know what you're talking about or you don't know what you want. So just making sure that you don't allow someone else to be your voice when you know what your voice is.
Love that.
Okay.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
And what I want to go in is research. Before you're working with anybody, you should research their work, research what they're connected to. Do your research. Don't just jump on everybody's set, because some people bring bad spirit.
Follow your gut too.
I believe in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If something don't feel right, it probably is not right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Anyone
true.
else? Okay.
I just have to say though, so I'm a mental health professional, 34 years, whatever. So you said this is your last question, but it can't be, because this is kind of like negative. We don't want to have that in our atmosphere, energy.
You're right.
So we have to end on something positive. Maybe.
Oh, well, I got the positive one then.
Ourselves, or what we're telling our childhood self or something. But yes.
Gotcha. You
Good
definitely
question,
right
though.
on that one.
We needed to be asked, but just that can't be the last question.
That's right. All right. Anybody else on the red flags? Okay. All right. Well, I do got a question. I do got a good question. Here we go. Fill in the blank. Being a woman in film means blank.
That's a good one, sis.
Power.
Woo! I heard power. Yes. Okay. I love it.
Power.
Creativity.
Creativity. Yes.
It means paving the way.
Yes, definitely paving the way.
I love that.
It means
that
continuing to create life, because we're life givers.
Yeah.
Another different form. Yep.
Yes. What you got, Samantha?
Yes.
I'm trying to keep it up with y'all. It's like way past my bedtime.
I know, baby.
I'm tired too, Sandra.
I'm struggling over here.
We got you.
I swear. I think it's strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Anyone else? Essence? What does being a woman in film mean?
I think since we're women and creators,
Ooh.
we're the close thing to God. So I think that we are the queens of the films,
Queens
beautiful
of film.
queens,
Yes.
queens
Mm-hmm.
and goddesses of the industry.
Okay.
As
Queens and
women in the
goddesses. Yep.
industry, we we're number ones, nothing but women, number ones. All and everybody is beautiful goddess and queen of the industry. Y'all go girls, okay? I'm doing.
Yes.
I'm doing.
All right, you
behind.
done good. All right. Anyone else?
Okay. What you want? What you
Anyone
want?
else? That's it. All right. Well, ladies, it has been a
Oh my
pleasure
gosh.
speaking with you. And the last thing I want to ask is how can
Yeah.
people find you if someone wants to reach out to you?
Mommy, I want something good.
Oh, they want something
Mommy.
good.
Oh. I'm mine is Tamika Melvin on Facebook, but Instagram and TikTok, I'm Meek the Storyteller, and it's MEKDA, and Storyteller is STORY. Look at me trying to figure out TALER.
That's
So
all
it's like
right.
tail, like TALER.
Mm-hmm.
All
Well,
right, now.
I'm Felicia, Geechee One Rivers on Facebook. I'm Geechee One on everything. That's all E's, no I's. And then also make sure you follow the Geechee One Films page. And I'm gonna throw this in there. If you're bored and up, please check out Cherry Bomb on um, Tubi. Thank you.
Cherry
Okay.
bomb.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Cherry bomb. But I've been writing down everything y'all been saying.
Right.
I said I'm gonna be up late tonight.
Who else?
Cherry
I
bomb.
am Miss Ife Nellens, my name right there on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. I'm Ife Nellens as well. And I encourage you to the movie that, like I said, movie I'm in, A Season for Love, that I did set design on. I'm really proud of that work that we did. It was filmed right here in Charlotte. You see it, you'll if you've never been to Charlotte, you'll see what Charlotte looks like. So
You
check it
said
out.
season 4, love?
A Season for Love.
Season 4, love.
Yep, I've been writing stuff down too.
And where that's on? What that's
It's
on?
on Tubi. It's on
Okay.
Tubi. It's on Amazon. It's on something else and something else. We even, I'll tell you guys something real quick too. The director and producer decided to go DVD route as well. And y'all, I
Wow.
didn't even know when I got the DVD and I saw my name on the back of there as production design. Listen, I cried. I didn't even know that was a
Oh.
I didn't even know that was a something that I was aspiring to even have, because we don't do DVDs like that anymore. But to see my
Right.
name on there, it just hit differently.
Oh, I bet it does. I bet it does.
Nice.
Really did.
I bet it does. Sam?
You can find me on Facebook as Elise Samantha. And I'm on Instagram as Slam and Made.
Slam and Made. Okay. I don't really be on Instagram so much, but I definitely be on the face. I'm always on. But I think I friended everyone here. I'm friends with
Yes.
everyone here. Yes. All right. Anyone else? I think we got everybody. So,
Yeah,
make it-
on face I'm the DA director Aisha on Instagram and on Facebook, Aisha Brown, because there's another Aisha
Is
Brown.
Aisha
Shout out
talking?
to
I
her.
can't hear her.
You
yeah.
can't hear me?
Yeah, I hear her. I hear Aisha.
I don't hear
Okay.
her.
Well, she talking. Be quiet. Shh, shh, shh.
All right. So I'm saying so on Facebook it's Aisha Brown, but there is another Aisha Brown. Shout out to her. She's another filmmaker too. So sometimes people get us confused, but my company is 180th Street Films with a Z. I have a group on Facebook called the To Be Takeover Group. I want all of y'all to please join the group. That's for all creatives. And I'm also I have a webinar that's coming up where it's exclusive to the To Be Takeover members, and I'm gonna show, I'm gonna drop some secrets of how to basically make your movie go viral. There's some little, and so that's a webinar I'm working on now, but it's only going to be available to the people in the To Be Takeover group for right now.
Got it.
Nice.
Okay.
And Krishna Murray, you can reach me or find me on Facebook, Krishna Murray, on Instagram, Krishna CD Murray. I have Big Band Productions on Facebook and on TikTok as well, and on Instagram.
All right. Got it.
And I'm SSL Paint on Facebook and SSL Paint on Instagram as well.
Okay, got it. All right, ladies. Well, listen. This is Women History Month, and we definitely appreciate that you came in here. You took the time to come and talk with us, share your knowledge, give advice, because I'm sure there is a little girl out there who wants to know,
Yeah.
Well, she might be asleep by now, but she can see the
Her mom is watching.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The mom is watching, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You never know who you're going to touch. You never know how this is going to get out. And this is the reason why we do this, to shine a light on the hustle, because a lot of people might feel, oh, well, nobody's really paying attention. Don't know why they know me. And, so this is like, somebody's going to know you, how they say, remember my name, remember my name. And so that's what this is all about. And we definitely appreciate you taking the time. I would love to do this again.
We are definitely.
I don't know, maybe, we'll definitely do it again, but I would love to do it like one of those, 2-3 years now to see where everyone is, because I'm saying, look, I got my poster behind me of my film and all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, you got to start somewhere. And everyone started at the bottom. As you said, entry level, a newbie, and everything. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely have to do this again, ladies. I thank you. And blessings to all of you. I wish you the best, and we will definitely be supporting and looking out for those movies. Denitra, anything you want to say to our guests before we take them off?
Again, thank you guys so much. Felicia, we look forward to seeing your premiere. Oh my goodness, that is next. So we're gonna be in Charlotte. We're gonna be in Charlotte next weekend, and we will be going to Felicia's film premiere. For everybody else, like I said, if you just DM me what you got going on, what's coming up, please do. Please email us if you're looking for cast and talents. I know, it's all about networking and sharing out your information. So, but please, whatever you guys have going on, I think I'm friends with everybody as well. Please hit me and Deneen up so that we can share what you guys have going on. And so for those of us that can, we'll be out and able to support, because at the very end of the day, it is all about, if we think about it, it's about sisterhood when it comes down to us. Because again, we all we got, us women in film, when it comes down to this industry, we are who we have. So, so it's a sisterhood. So, please share that information. Other than that, thank you to everybody in Facebook world who was on. And there's so many comments that I didn't even get a chance to read it. We were so busy gathering these nuggets that I just did not read comments. So I'm so sorry for everybody that reached out to us on Facebook page. But we see the comments. But yeah, we wanted to make sure everybody had a chance to give these nuggets. So that's all I got. That was a mouthful. That's enough.
All right, ladies. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Denitra and I will close out the show. And you guys have a great one.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Let's see. Oh wait, I forgot. We got so many people. I'm like, I can't even find them. We've never had 2 rows. You know what I mean? We had 2 rows of people. Like, wow, this was a good show.
It was.
This was a good
It was
show. Like
needed.
I have never, ever. Well, we had other roundtables, but I'm like really, really inspired. It's like wow. It's like I want to be. Chosen said, "That great show, thank you." I want to be like, oh man, I want that. I want that. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing like seeing women. We rule the world. We rule the world.
Exactly. Yes,
you
we
know
do. Yes, we
so
do.
before we go, I know it's Women's History Month, and I was supposed to have my woman, and I do.
Okay,
And
who
it's
you got?
interesting because she was already talked about, and it's amazing that I chose her, right? And you know who it is, right? Ava DuVernay. And she is an American film maker, producer, and writer known for pioneering representation of Black voices and women in Hollywood. Her films and television works blend art and activism, explore race, justice, and identity in the United States, earning her historic milestones and global acclaim. First Black woman to direct a film with $100 million plus budget, and that was A Wrinkle in Time. First Black woman nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Director. Directed powerful projects like Selma 13th and When They See Us. Focused on real issues, justice, race, identity, and human rights. Founded Array, a platform supporting women and filmmakers of color. And it's like why she belongs in women's history. She didn't just make films, she changed the system. She broke industry barriers, amplified unheard voices, and created opportunities for other women. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, I got my person too.
Wait, you wasn't supposed to have one. It was just supposed to be me. You did yours last week.
Oh, you're right. I did. Okay, well, I'll hold
Well,
on
go
to
ahead,
mine.
go ahead. Come on, girl. Come on, go ahead.
Because, like I said, it's kind of interesting that we were doing this because my person is actually Gina Prince Blythewood. She is a renowned American film director, screenwriter, producer known for character driven stories like Love and Basketball, The Secret Lives of Bees, Beyond the Lights, and The Woman King. She went to UCLA for film, and she is celebrated for focusing on Black women's stories, often exploring identity and race.
Yes. So, hey,
Yes.
listen. This was a great show. How could you not feel empowered by watching this show? How could you not? I mean, and it doesn't even have to be film. It doesn't. No matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
Even if you're sewing, if you make cookbooks, whatever it is that you're doing, you should have been inspired tonight. All right, by the women that were up here, because I know I'm inspired. I'm inspired, and I'm going to finish up my script. I'm going to make sure I do my little. I'm going to shoot with my iPhone. It's going to be done, and it's going to be ready by this summer. All right, so that I can start filming that. All right.
Yes. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Well, I'll be calling you, girl. I'll be calling you. All right.
Listen, I'll work on these two pitch decks. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'll be working on these pitch decks. So
exactly. Pitch decks and screen. We work. Listen, this is why we work well together. I love it. All right, sis. I thank you for being a wonderful co-host. Again, this was an amazing idea. I'm glad that we brought it to life, and it was phenomenal. It was,
and it was needed. It was needed. So, all righty, we do it again next week.
With that said, see you guys next week, Thursday at 8:00. I don't know, sis, we got our guest yet. You work on that this weekend, right?
Yeah, I'm working on that because I got an idea.
Oh, but we forgot. Wait, before we go.
Yes. Let's shout outs.
Nope.
Oh, okay. If you are looking to be a guest on the Shameless Plug podcast, please email us a short bio and your picture. You can send that to the Shameless Plug podcast 25@gmail.com. So hit us up so that we can schedule you to be on the show where you can shine a light on your hustle.
Yes. And shout out to Jonathan.
Yes, shout out to Jonathan Coleman. Shout out to our coach, Coach John Alexander. Shout out to everybody who chimed in. I want to give a very special shout out to the cast and crew of A Deadly Proposal. It is a thriller written by Miss Betty Swain, and I can't wait for y'all to see it. We had the opportunity to work on it. So A Deadly Proposal is coming soon. Shout out to the cast and crew from there.
All right. Sounds good. With that said, people, we are out. We will see you next Thursday at 8 o'clock. Bye.
Welcome to the Shameless Plug with Crimson Vibes and Denise's Creative Mind.
We spotlight the real, no shame in the game. Two queens with the mic calling out your name. From side hustle dreams to headline steam, we raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify. Your story's power can't touch the sky. This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align. This is the Shameless Plug, we show you love. Co-sign, you shine like stars above. Dinner trending, the dream tag team. Plugged in, turned up, shameless and supreme. Let them watch you break the mold. Your biz, your brand, your story too. You're next, you're bold, the space is yours. We open paths, unlock new doors. No filters needed, just your flame. We hype your purpose, speak your name.